in 90, I'm an immigrant. I came to US in 99 with big dreams, you know. This country has given me so much. I met the love of my life here. I became a mother here. I became a doctor here. It gave me opportunities that the country that I'm originally from did not give to me. And this is a message from a friend of mine who also grew up under totalitarian government in Eastern Europe, like myself. And it just made me so freaking sad because for the last several years, we've been talking about, that the American dream is now dead. It's been dead. It's been so dead. And even though I was just a child when I was growing up under totalitarian government, I still remember everything. I remember it so clearly. I remember all the stories that my grandparents would say. I remember the Radio Free Europe that we had in Poland, which was completely illegal. It was banned by the government for the reason of the threat of security to the Polish people. And you could get imprisoned for listening to this radio. Some of my dad's friends actually spent 2 years in prison because a neighbor ratted them out that they were listening to that radio. And at that time, it was like the only way of getting a true information of what was actually happening in the West, because everything was propaganda. I remember even the freaking cartoon. Okay, we had like one TV station. Okay, that was the entire. It was just like watching Fox News 24/7. Okay, it was a complete propaganda continuously, and there was a break at 7 p.m. for a cartoon.
Sometimes you just need a perspective from someone kind of on the outside looking in. Now, mind you, this is a white immigrant, not an immigrant of color. Came over, done her thing, married, became a doctor, and she is on here venting about how bad things are here in the United States. And this should be another telltale sign for us as Americans that it's just not what it is. It's not what it do here in the States anymore. Like, times are hard. Cost of living is going up sky high. The American dream is dead. Like, you can't survive off of just a regular job anymore. And the fact that you now have top tier immigrants discussing the flaws of coming over here trying to start a new life is just a telltale sign of where we are heading as a country. And it's, I would say, the billionaires bleeding the average American person, and inflation is, that's the main two culprits of what's going on here in the States. And it's not rare. This is not rare anymore. This is just the new America. This is the new reality that Americans live in now. So I think it's important for us to just get used to it and learn how to adapt and conform to be able to live a different life. Because you can still live a decent life. You still can be okay. It's just that the days of, if I just go to work and work hard, I will have this and accumulate this, that's over with. Like, now, when people accumulate property and and be able to purchase a home, those are going to come through leaps and bounds and rare opportunities. Especially if they want to accumulate them in the right way. Anybody can go out and get a high interest rate, bogus adjustable rate loan or something. So the good things that normally would happen to American people 20, 30, 40 years ago, as far as being able to live the American dream, that's over with. It is gone.
I have 3 jobs and I'm still struggling. I am a teacher. I tutor after school. I just got through with one of my tutoring sessions, actually, and I also make content. I have one full-time job with full benefits and then 2 part-time/contract jobs, and I am still struggling. The solution is not to get a 4th job. There's something wrong with this world. Something has got to give to where we live in a world where people can work multiple jobs and they're still struggling. What does that say? Like, the solution isn't you need another job or you're just lazy and you don't want to work. We're working multiple jobs. What more do we have to do in order to live comfortably in this world? I think it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Imagine doing everything right. Um, and I'm speaking for just the average American. Go to work all day, and you still wondering how your rent gonna get paid. A lot of Americans aren't lazy. They tired, and the country is just built now. The country is built to drain the last bit of energy out of you. A person here in the United States should not need 3 jobs to survive in a first world country. The United States is supposed to be the epitome of what every country in the world wants to be. We are considered a first world country, and that couldn't be any further from the truth than we all gonna be living on Mars next year. Like, but it's not just the rent, groceries, insurances, car payments, everything except people's paychecks are going up here in the United States, and the middle class is just funding the billionaires' growth in their wealth. That's just what it is, and they call it a strong economy, but strong for who? Who is it strong for? And I'm going to be honest. I'm heavily invested in the markets, and I've been making money hand over fist this year in the stock market. And that's why I be harping and preaching about, people getting in the market and having some type of investment. But I think that now this is just a new form of slavery, and it's debt. When they trap you in a 30-year mortgage at even 3%, 100K house gonna cost you 1.2 million in 30 years. That's slavery. That's not a benefit to you in any kind of way. And people need to wake up and realize like what's going on. And they just constantly working and still falling behind. And that's because of inflation, and how the average American person has been blindsided with what's going on up in Washington, and they keeping us all distracted and bickering over left and right and left. I want these rights, I want that rights, while you are not paying attention to what's going on and how they are bleeding your pocketbooks and stripping your quality of life every day. And so people just need to wake up. And this system it can't be fixed overnight. And the reason why I don't think it's going to ever be fixed is because the US government has too much debt. And with that debt piling up and continuing to pile up, they have to put prices on real estate and goods and service, even to maintain being able to pay that debt every month. But like, subscribe. I appreciate everyone's support. I'm trying to reach 60,000 subscribers. I hope y'all have a blessed day. Let me know what y'all think in the comments about what's going on here in the country.